Hello, class of EDUU 526. My name is Giselle Garcia, and this is my journal entry number 6 for the course. In this week's journal, I will describe what critical oracy and literacy are and how specifically they connect to social justice and equity in teaching. I will also talk about how oracy and literacy play a vital role in second language proficiency, and I will explain how I teach spelling to my ELL students and also give like a short activity to reinforce spelling. From reading chapter 4 in the reading material this week, Diaz-Rico mentioned that both oracy and literacy encourage language users to analyze text and extract meaning that helps ELL students to understand the social practices around them. Oracy refers to the ability to express oneself fluently and grammatically in speech in all context areas. It means that students have the vocabulary and are able to make sense of their thoughts to create meaning in speech. Anderson and Irvine also have defined critical literacy as learning to read and write as part of the process of becoming conscious of one's experiences as historically constructed within specific power relations. It simply means that individuals are able to examine language and power in text. They both connect to social justice and equity in teaching, because they believe that individual learners can make connections to own experience in life. This is because they provide individuals the tools to help them gain equal access to all learning. This means that all individuals can learn, adapt to context, media, and all learning skills. Mistakes are part of the learning process in language acquisition, but it is extremely critical that during instruction, teachers provide error correction in grammar and oracy and literacy to help students with language proficiency. When students are learning, it is important for them to gain feedback and know how well they are doing or what they are doing wrong. This is how learners will be able to improve and develop more language skills. For instance, in oracy, it is important for students to learn how to properly pronounce words and how to use them effectively during their speech communication. Teachers should wait at the end of the lesson or activity to provide individuals any error correction in grammar. This is because if you do it right there and then when students are having those errors, then you might limit the student or the student might shut down and not continue that learning process. To teach spelling, I make sure that I provide opportunities where my students can use all senses. One way that I teach spelling to my ELL students is by focusing on phonetic development. For instance, if my students are learning how to read, write, pronounce the word, for example, sat, then I like to use the tap, like tapping with the finger, and also at like the puppets. Like if I have the word sad, then I'll tell my students, okay, we're going to sound out the word, put your hand up, and then we'll touch the hand as we are sounding each individual sound for that word. S-at, and then we'll blend it, and then we'll use the puppet. They'll pop each individual sound and then blend it. This helps my students distinguish every letter that has a sound. I also like to add the Elkonin boxes where students are able to fill in the sounds they hear in their boxes and then read the word. One activity is to provide visual pictures, then have students spell out the words. So if they see the picture, then they will be able to say what the picture is and then say the word, and then they'll be able to spell it and then write it. And we practice this strategy daily to reinforce their spelling. My students do benefit a lot from visual exposure. Therefore, I make sure that I place also the vocabulary words all over or in a section in the classroom. And that is all that I have for this week's journal. Thank you.